you do technically still work.
But the simple fact is, I'm there 5 days a week because I am talking to everybody. You don't need to be there in person these days.
Hold on. This says I'm commenting as no.
As who?
As me.
Oh no.
Hi, Abra. Good to see you.
Velveteen.
And hi, Mom. You know what? I've got to figure out why I'm commenting as me and not as Velveteen Lounge.
It's easy to switch between those.
I know.
And it's easy for the setting to get off. Just saying.
But hi, Abra. We've missed you. People have been asking about you on these broadcasts, so I'm glad you're here.
See? You have fans.
You have fans.
People were interested. People were interested to know. Well, you figured that part out. And I'm going to pour myself something.
Hi, Johnny. Oh, thank you, Abra.
I'm going to pour myself something to start with. Usually I'm the one who yaks for half an hour and doesn't even have a drink in his hand. And I thought I should have something.
Well, he'll fix that
right out of the gate, but I didn't quite have it ready to go. What do I have?
Pat.
I have a carton of milk that says Nog, as you can see right there. So what the hell is this?
It once was milk, and now it's Nog.
This is eggnog. This actually comes from the Esquire drink book, and it's their formula for Baltimore Nog. And I thought, I'd like to try.
So we're writing this one down, right?
I would have to go get it again to find out, but I will, so you can do that. So here's Baltimore Nog.
For our patrons, several of whom are watching right now.
Yes.
Hey, we love you.
So this is going to be very complicated.
Hi, Doug, and hello, Julie. Good to see you both.
And there, it's done. I just poured myself some. There you go. This actually consists of shorthand.
He did mix it himself.
Shorthand. This is basically half, 2% milk and half cream. Baltimore Nog is heavy, and then there's 6 eggs in the entire batch, so you're getting like a fair amount of egginess. You whip them separately, so you get that fluffiness of the egg whites, and then you get a lot of booze, and that's basically how it is. And with all the booze in there, this is going to last in the fridge a lot longer than the milk would otherwise. I think there are certain parties who say, "Oh, yeah, let it age."
Some too.
Let it age. Well, then have some. Here.
Thank you.
I didn't think you'd want some, so
I just want a little bit. So here.
Okay.
Wait, are you gonna?
You want some nutmeg?
Okay. We got to do the nutmeg.
Final bit is you have to get some actual nutmeg nuts. But they cost a little more, but
a couple of sips.
They're totally worth it. So let's actually
put Peter.
Hey, Peter. I want one that's been used already. We got some half scraped in here, and I want to use one of that. These things last forever. My mother bought these. I have no idea when. Possibly as much as 20 years ago. And she has not been with us now for, I think, 7 years. So that'll tell you something. That, they were there, and I said, gee, But there were 2 jars of these. I think she kind of forgot she had some and bought some more. I'm like, well, they basically last forever. When you grate it yourself.
Exactly.
The actual volatile oils stay inside the nut until they're ready to go.
The nut.
The nut.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about that. I just found a Megan nut in it. That's what I did.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that good?
I don't think I had any of this the other day.
Oh, I made a batch, and very, very few people did.
Yum.
So, we're going to try that out again.
Well, I'm going to do I got a couple of ideas. It was a really crazy day today, so hi, Suze.
Hey, Suze.
So I'm inventing on the spot.
Hey, invention is the necessity of mother. So let's actually
something like that.
The great thing about this as a drink, as a first round, is it's really heavy. So if you have a few things after that, I think it really kind of hangs around and gets absorbed much more slowly.
Nog is good right now. I agree. Okay.
Nog is a great idea. It's really kind of bitter out there. It's very raw.
Oh, it's snowing.
And it was snowing.
We had to go to the post office, and when we get out there, we're like, oh look, it's snowing.
We literally had Santa's sack of packages on each bag, 2 big bags, and people they were happy to see us. But our gal Brooke just bang, bang, bang.
Oh my gosh, the people in line behind us at the post office, when we got there was only one person working, and we literally had 27 packages to mail. And everyone behind us was just looking at us like
losing their fill in the blank.
But then someone else came up, so it was all good. But
hey, you know something? I've been in both positions, and when I'm waiting. The person who got there first gets the postal order.
But I'm inspired by my little bottle that says he sees you when you're drinking. So hi, Lisa and Errol.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Hello, good friends.
So I'm going to call this one, He Sees You When You're Drinking Again.
Oh, he does.
Ooh. I was drinking Bailey's. Yum.
Rum nog.
Yum.
Well, you know, Bailey's, of course, has an awful lot in common with an eggnog in terms of material that's included.
Write this one down.
I'm basically, I think it's a pre-packaged Irish coffee is what you're talking about with Bailey's. But, you know, there's a number of things they have to do to make sure it stays emulsified. It's not quite the same type of product, but it's the same effect. And it's awfully good. And if you're not in the mode to, like, fetch the cream and get the liquor and flame things and pour it all together and the hot coffee, maybe you just want to grab a bottle of Bailey's, pour a finger over a cube and say,
hello, Roberta, and Mary. Hello, thank you, Mary.
Hello.
And hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Good to see you.
For groceries.
Boom.
And I will tell you.
Hi, Patrick. Good to see you.
Excellent. Zing!
Yay.
Zing! Oh, packages are winging.
Well, the day was saved by the guy who kept everyone in line from yelling at us.
Oh, jeez.
But it was fun.
I know that postal worker from way back. He used to work at the 12th Street in the city when I was working around the corner. I used to take packages to him then. It's been a long time.
Okay, he sees you when you're drinking. Again.
This contains some of that, by the way.
I'm going to start with bourbon. So if you could write this down, that would be great.
I thought it would be great to have this as a non-alcoholic base. Anybody wants to have it without the booze. And then I said, it's just going to go bad in the fridge. We're the only people drinking it. So put the booze in. It'll last longer.
Well, I'm glad I finally got some.
Yeah, absolutely. Have some more.
So I'm going to do a rum drink later. So let's
start with bourbon. It's the winter. It's time for some brown goods.
He sees you when you're drinking.
It looks like about a 2-ounce pour.
2 ounces?
I'm sorry. You were talking.
I got to put the mistletoe back.
Sees you when you're drinking again. Miss Helto.
The mistletoe came from a different bourbon
producer. You may be familiar
probably
with
doesn't appreciate us
said bourbon producer.
Turkey,
you can probably see all of the logos on there that tell you who this bourbon producer is. You belong to their club and they send you these fun things every Christmas.
I know.
And you know what? We keep buying their product therefore. So that's a smart thing. It's a high quality product.
Exactly. Okay. Now. I didn't set up for this, so I'll be right back. Okay, he sees you when you're drinking.
Just a minute.
Again. I think I am going to do...
Yeah, that's right. Just making sure, folks. Got to get this down correctly.
Oh, I know.
Patrons get all this stuff tomorrow.
This is gonna be really good.
Fun stuff is happening, folks.
This is gonna be really good.
If you're just joining us, this is nog. It's actually Baltimore nog, and I'm going to go grab the Esquire drink book and rattle it off for you. It's a batch that would feed 25, I think, and that's appropriate.
So, I'm going to do a 1/2 ounce of apricot liqueur.
Field case supply chain logistics. Yep.
1/2 ounce apricot.
Oh, this is going good places already.
And then...
Let me grab that.
Ooh,
wrong way.
No, I'm going to stick to my original idea. Okay.
Stick to your guns.
I'm going to stick to my guns. And 1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty fresh. You were just squeezing that like 10 minutes ago.
I know. And I'm going to use some... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, it's right in front of me.
There we go. Oh, it's right there.
1821 Bitters in Atlanta. They have a ginger lemon tincture. I'm going to use, I think, okay, go in my stopper.
We used a lot of that earlier today.
I'm going to use 2 stoppers.
2 stoppers worth.
Yep.
We need more of this stuff already.
I know. Yeah. Well,
we give it a try.
We used most of it today.
Got really nice flavor.
So, did you get ice?
I did, in fact. You take a look behind you, and you're ready to roll.
Okay, great.
You're going to shake straight.
I highly recommend a tincture, by the way. Yes, I'm going to shake and strain.
The tincture is.
Oh, no. I'm going to pour it into my bottle.
You're going to pour in your bottle.
What am I talking about?
What are you talking about? Shake and pour. The tincture, I don't believe, has a lot of bittering agent. So they're not calling it bitters. It's probably more of an infusion or an extraction.
Yep.
But they got those flavors. Nice. Hello. Nog with 2 G's.
Hi, Louis.
Yeah. That's how you know it's mine.
And hello, Stephen.
And
John, hello.
Thank you, Stephen. Absolutely.
Those been spelling, please. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is how you know that I made it. So, you know?
I need a funnel.
Nog sounds like a prog rock band or krautrock rock band name.
I need a funnel.
I need a funnel. Really? Where could we possibly find a funnel?
I've got these little tiny ones, but I need a bigger one.
You need a big funnel?
Yeah.
We'll get you a big funnel. How about
Otherwise, this will be a big mess.
Mm-hmm.
I could try straining it.
Johnny just ate a worm from the Christmas nuts. Ow!
Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to try just doing this. Oh, that's working.
Well, you seem to be doing well. Keep it slow and you should be just fine.
I got it.
Oh, man. I also just like the whole idea of cracking Christmas nuts. There was a product that I saw on a local supermarket about 5-6 years ago that was simply named Holiday Nut Crunch. And I just like sent that around to people and said, yeah, I'm kind of feeling the Holiday Nut Crunch. And so many people were like, yep, absolutely. No question. Oh, yeah. Doing anything more with this ice, or you did?
Yeah, I'm going to take a few of the cubes.
Oh, a few cubes.
And just do this. Not the neatest way to do this, but I'm creating on the spot.
Creative.
I'm being creative. All right. One more. All right. Here we go. And hi, Amy, and hello, Alan.
Just a minute there. Pardon me, folks. Hello there, now.
Just ate a worm.
Oh, jeez.
Hi, Eric. Good to see you. Okay. Now I'm going to use a straw for my he sees you when you're drinking.
I keep feeling something jabbing me down here, and I think it's an ornament hanger. And since I'm wearing socks, I'd rather that not come to my foot. Maybe I'm
Hashtag
wrong.
Velveteen Lounge problems.
Lounge injuries. Bum, bum, bum.
Try this. I think I might want to add some more bitters, though.
Okay, we'll give that a try. First of all, the aroma should tell all. Yeah, I'm not quite getting that. More bitters.
I'm going to add...
More bitters, please. Or more infusion. Or are you going to add bitters, period?
No, I think I'm going to add some bitters.
Let's see. Because again, 1821 products come to you from Atlanta, handcrafted. Ginger lemon.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use some more 1821.
Yeah, this is water, spices, flavor, and honey. That's it. So there's no alcohol here to extract, and there's no bittering agents.
I'm also going to use a dropper of the Earl Grey bitters.
The Earl Grey is really good.
All
yeah.
right.
That's great. If you make
go.
a margarita or a sidecar, that style of drink, that complements it very well. And it's a really nice extract to get that bergamot flavor.
Now let's see.
Oh
my gosh, I smell that.
Here. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Here, try that.
Hello, Alan. And
thanks, Barbara.
That made it.
Hi, Jennifer. Good to see you.
You punched up a note and you added a note. That made it.
I did.
Good stuff.
He sees you when you're drinking.
Again. Drinking again. Sounds so judgmental. I know.
Oh, wait, we got to do that.
Actually, shake, strain.
I'll take care of it.
Specialty bottle. Yep. Now, where did these come from? I forget.
I think they came from Michael's.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Yeah, that sounds exactly about right. Used to be able to get that sort of thing at AC Moore as well, and of course that chain's gone. But they used to be good for sort of competing with such things, and it's always good to check your home goods style stores around this time of year. You'll find some fun specialty glassware. Or a few years ago.
Well, actually, I don't know. I haven't really been out this year, but I assume there are fun things to be had.
There are fun things to be had, and there's always something remainder.
Hello, Chillingsworth.
That might be worth your while. A few years ago, it was the whole craze was Moscow Mule. You can get the copper mugs, and we got a pair of those for a pretty good price. So that's why. How about that? It's a Charles Phoenix show.
Waka Boy. No, we won't, but that sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Santa's holiday favorite, Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
You can pour me a
we have seen Charles Phoenix, and he's hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just
he puts together
this time of year,
big
things
show,
get nuts.
He's been doing these found slides for a long time.
Oh, Mike's asking where we get our glassware. We got, like I said, I think I got these at Michael's, but
okay. And this is actually, hey, check that out. It's actually a Tom and Jerry mug.
Yeah,
this is one of those sets that you can get that were probably from the mid 1960s, maybe earlier, and they would have these little mugs. This is like tempered glass and the big bowl. The big bowl is about this way around. And for a nog bowl, that's absolutely on target. They win this as eggnog, and with the little eggnog glasses. And when this says Tom and Jerry. You don't make Tom and Jerry that way, although it's a type of eggnog, really. It's warm. It's a warm product. And the other, just last night, we were at one of those.
Well, I was about to say, we got some of our
bars.
Glassware at Miracle Pop-Up
Miracle Pop-Up Bar.
So look for a Miracle near you if you're in the market for Christmassy.
I enjoyed a hot
glassware.
dog at one of those guys, and it was really good, and it was a bit nippy outside, so it was even better.
Yep.
Gotta say. It's always possible to heat these things
We
up.
always keep our eyes peeled at the thrift stores because we have several collections down here of various Christmas glassware. And
you know,
things break.
Things break.
So we pick them up when we see them. And it looks like a freakish amount of glassware, but I know we've already broken one or two already this year.
Oh, I pulled out the collection and I was taking a look, and there was a crack in one. And I thought, oh, gee.
Jennifer said my parents had those. Yeah, Charles Phoenix. He's hilarious. Jennifer said my parents had those.
Oh, excellent.
And Amy says Marshall's had an end cap of copper Moscow Mule mugs today.
Ah,
good to know.
You know, that's exactly. I forget about Marshall's because ours is kind of hidden away in one corner of one of the malls. I don't go in there too often, but they will turn up exactly that kind of thing. I think they're in the TJ Maxx family, so all these products just keep circulating among these stores. It's good to check them all. Like Home Goods, is right next door.
Marshall's and TJ Maxx,
literally
and Home Goods. Yep.
Right down the other end of the strip from the TJ, and you think, check them both because they have different things.
And Home Goods.
If you're Home Goods and TJ, I'm talking about really, they have different things, similar set. But if you're looking for sort of these barware and kitchen gadgets,
Mike said Michael's just happens to be where the wife wants to go tonight. Well, I hope you score.
Well, check it out.
These were from a couple of years ago, I think, but I'm sure they have some good stuff.
Oh, they got something.
They definitely do. Oh, Errol just put away our grocery order. Oh my gosh. He said, bought enough cheese to clog every artery in my body. Better thin some things out. Wine. Good idea.
I'm not doing any great favors for arterial plaque by drinking something which is basically 50% heavy cream. Baltimore Nog is designed for some bitter Baltimore February days.
Tis the season.
I'm going to stow the Nog, even though it can withstand a lot of warmth.
That just sounds so funny. I'm going to stow the Nog. Sounds like a euphemism. I'm going to go stow the Nog. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to think anywhere else I've seen. If you have Christmas tree shops, that's really an East Coast thing, I think. But
that's where that middle part lives.
This? Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
But if you have it, they have a lot of stuff cheap. You might not want to break it, but if you did break it, it's cheap. Glassware. I'm just thinking of Home Goods because did they ever fix the sign at Home Goods? Because we call our Home Goods Ho Goods because the me was burnt out.
The me has been burnt out several times in my experience, so something's up with that.
Mike says this time of year I triple up on my cholesterol meds. I feel you.
More statins, please.
Really
seriously,
do.
got to thin it out somehow. I think that Errol's absolutely right with the red wine. Yeah.
Exactly.
Get a little some of that and moving on. Ooh, we got some bad glare on the road skids. Sorry about that.
I told you.
Let me see if I can fix that.
I said we're getting a big shine on that record, but
got to weasel my way in there and get this guy out. Watch me fail at this for the next 10 minutes. Watch me.
Oh, Jennifer's asking how many trees we have this year.
What is the figure?
It's over 50. I need to count again. We added 2 little trees and 1 medium-sized tree.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not at 100 yet.
Nope, still glaring.
Can't give up the nog. I know, you shouldn't have to give up the nog. Although I think I'm going to do a drink later where I use a splash of the almond nog. Just because I want to use the almond nog. I could use the nog he made, but that's already got booze in it.
It is pre-boozed. Mm-hmm. It's designed to be pre-boozed. Now, when we make it for guests, for instance, I tend to make it
yeah.
straight.
They're not all full-size Abra.
Yeah. No.
How many are full-size? Like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at 6. It's kind of a full-size tree. Maybe that's the
That
half-size
sounds
tree.
about right.
Yeah. Kind of a 6 trees
This is
in
a small house.
Pretty small house.
We evict furniture for the season.
Pretty small house for 6 trees of the full-size variety. Even that is something. But you can notice on the top of this display, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the little trees, which have a fine place in the house.
Little trees.
Little trees. So.
Oh, obviously I made almond milk rum nog. That sounds good.
Oh, yeah. And we actually
that sounds really good.
Don't we have some of the almond milk nog?
That's what I was thinking. I was going to use some.
Yep.
I'm going to use some in my.
Absolutely. I will.
Santa's definitely not a Mai Tai.
I'll keep the nutmeg here for your usages. And we have had that nog before. It lasts longer than the normal packaged nog because it doesn't contain the dairy. I find that the almond milk lasts a longer period. But the soy milk will last longer too if that's your bag.
I just like having
the almond. The flavor's good.
Mini trees.
And it complements things very nicely. And if you were doing a drink and veering towards, say, a Mai Tai type thing, of course you add that almond flavor, which is very sensible. So there we go. All right. Well, still lining the stomach here. It's always good to put a nice lining of heavy fats before you decide to put down some
that already have booze
alcohol
in them
products.
Before you start with the boozing.
Got to pre-booze with the booze.
I was chatting with my medical professional today who said, was looking at my numbers, and she's like, your liver function is perfect. And I was just thought...
I guess it's been some training, eh? Yeah.
I was just like, oh, if you only knew.
If she were to see this show sometime, Hans. She might think, what? So.
Hello, Hans. Good to see you.
Excellent. Hello from Roanoke. So nice to see you.
Obviously, we don't have pets. No, I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know we had cats when I was growing up, so I know they like to climb the trees.
Certainly not the cats. There's so many videos up there on the YouTube of the cats climbing trees and knocking 6 feet of pine over. Absolutely. But the dogs, of course, do their part too. Absolutely. Rampopo. Did we make Rampopo?
We made
coquito.
Coquito.
Which is a Puerto Rican specialty.
Yeah. I don't know. Our neighbors are from Mexico. I wonder if they make it.
I'm just going to have to.
If they make it, they'll send some over because they're great that way.
They're definitely good about the cooking.
Oh, Peter, I think you're right about the orange liqueur and the almond nog.
Yeah,
you're definitely right.
Okay, yeah, because we're thinking about that. But definitely, I would definitely try Rampopo. There's a few different things kicking around that are appropriate for the season. We've heard a call for some gluck, which is spelled glog.
We heard a call for
that. That is somebody was asking about gluck at one point during one of the broadcasts. That is basically a mulled wine. There's specific things that go into that might make it a little different than others.
For next week.
Yeah. And in Germany, they do what I believe is a nearly identical product called Glühwein. And it's, again, an infused wine that's served warm. And if you're at that market in Heidelberg and you're seeing the very old world charm, and you're checking out all those little handmade wooden ornaments and whatever, and it's 10 degrees, you would really like a glass of Glühwein at the time.
Yeah, you would.
So, yeah, so that's why they serve
Marty
this
says Baxter only knocked our tree over once.
Only once. Once.
That's great.
Pretty good record.
You're doing really well, actually.
Pretty good record.
Hey, Chaz. Good to see you.
Hey, Chaz. Awesome. Yulesville. Happy Yulesville, Daddy-O. So nice to see all who appreciate such Yule things. We were talking about
such Yule things.
Such Yule things. We were talking about the specialty glassware that you double up on. Well, when we find it, you usually don't find a full set. And the reason is pretty obvious. So if you happen to find them in quantity, we did recently, it's like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because, within no time, you might find them being broken. These things happen. And they're also fairly thin glass. They don't take a real beating. Mm-hmm. This is actually pretty sturdy stuff. I think I'd have to drop it in the sink before I start cursing. But like a little fall here, not a big deal. This set was made, I believe, by Hazel Atlas. That's a pretty recognized name in these sorts of things. And they were popular. You'll find the eggnog a lot in your second-hand places.
Hi, Joe. We wish you the merriest back.
The merriest? Yes, the merriest. And who else? There were those series. There's the 12 Days of Christmas glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Which are not marked. I have no idea which manufacturer is behind them. Sometimes I'll see the L for Libby, but...
Oh, yeah, they don't have any
generic manufacturer. So it's just some glassware maker decided to come up with a pattern. It may have been more than one. I get this distinct feeling that this is the sort of thing that was sold week by week at the A&P. Maybe they started selling them at the
oh my gosh, that'd be funny.
And you got 8 weeks worth, and then till the end of January you finally got your 12 days. You buy your groceries, put down 95 cents, and get a glass. That was very popular and that kind of thing. The whole cereal things, and it kept you coming back to the supermarket. So it was very sensible.
Okay, I'm looking to see if I can
see if checking out the
vintage
sources.
Brockway.
Brockway complete set.
Brockway.
Oh. Complete 12 days of Christmas.
See how easy that was to find out?
Didn't take too much. Pretty good price.
Of course, they want $55 for the set. I'm like, oh, no. No.
Keep looking, folks. Keep looking.
I don't pay real money for stuff like that. But I see ones we don't have.
We had 8. And
Brockway.
I found 2 other days at our local Salvation. I probably should have bought all that they had. Just because of...
Oh, and great food and beverage. I always wondered what is Ripple from Sanford said. It was bum wine.
Bum wine.
Bum wine.
Yep. Fortified wine.
Yep.
No longer made. So you cannot check your local...
Devin?
Can't check your local packy with the inch-thick plexiglass for a bottle of Ripple anymore. You can ask for MD. Yes, that's out there for sure. To the detriment of certain people's palates. You can ask for Thunderbird, I think, is still being made. That is basically a prepackaged WPLJ.
WPLJ.
Yeah. White port lemon juice. It cuts the nasty flavor of the cheap white port. And I'm trying to think who else. Wild Irish Rose, I believe, is still being made. Bum wine. Isn't there a bumwine.com that gives you details about all of them? And you really got to check it out and do some reading. It's pretty hilarious. So,
yep, you can still buy Thunderbird.
The American Classic, flavored, fortified wine.
They call it Thunderbird, the American Classic.
Thunderbird, E&J Gallo Winery. It's a Gallo product.
Oh my gosh, 17.5% alcohol.
Ooh, that's kind of high.
That is high.
Kicking it up. It's designed to be sort of, I think the ultimate vessel is, of course, on Thunderbird, is, of course, a flask. That's really the idea right there.
Yeah, I don't think they make Ripple
American
anymore.
Classic.
Hi, Elizabeth. No.
Ripple's long gone. It's too bad.
Oh,
for what it's worth.
Oh, yay. Hi, Ken and Jean.
Oh, yeah. We were like...
I know. It's
Can't tell him here,
it's so red in here today.
Where is he? Where is he? It is awfully... It's like we have red lights going on.
I know.
Funny. The exposure is kind of wonky.
Why are those lights off?
Which lights? Oh, those lights are off.
Why are they off?
Why are they off? I'm sure I don't know.
I bet I do. We got to turn that switch on over there.
Oh, that switch gets it. That'll do it. Let's get some more light going on.
There's one thing I can't stand. It's Christmas lights that aren't on.
Yeah.
It's going to drive me nuts now that I saw it.
I am seeing that. Thought something was missing.
Got to fix that. Yeah, WPLJ, a favorite Zappa cover. Yes.
Oh, yeah. W is the white. P is the port. L is the lemon. J is the juice.
Can you hear him singing? All right. They're on. Oh, but something went off.
What?
Oh, one of our lights went off. Oh, my gosh.
It's not one thing.
Are they on? What happened? It's plugged in. This light.
That's doing fine. This guy went off? That guy's on.
No, this light. How are you not seeing this?
Oh. Well,
one of our lights.
One of our submarines is missing. Oh. What's up with that?
Gosh. All right, we're trying to fix the lights. Oh, wait. Now they're all off.
Wow. This is very hot.
Okay, hold on. We're going to go with no light for a minute, you guys.
Yeah, I better stop that off.
What's hot?
Transformer.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Our movie lights are having issues. The suspense. We might have to do this broadcast by Christmas light. Oh, Errol bought a jadeite coffee mug. I love jadeite. I had a jadeite pie plate. Shoki was like, how about $1? I know, right? Yeah. Our lights are going crazy.
Yeah, that transformer was not happy. I think I killed that.
Okay, well, we don't need to set the house on fire.
No, we don't.
All right, it's really bright though.
Let's adjust that. A little better?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Can we have the ring light, or is that just asking too much right now?
We certainly can have the ring light. Why did that go off?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's been like that today. I'll just put it that way. It's been like that today. Oh, Abra collects jadeite. Gotta make that electric meter spin. Right.
Damn skip.
Oh, Abra says your house is wired like mine. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
All right.
I think I need better extensions over there. I think it was pulling a lot of amps and it was getting a little
Oh, it's
soft.
on an extension cord?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, we have to have things in extensions. They're not going to fit
All right, that's
into the
better.
wall.
That's better.
But I had to replace a transformer on these guys. And I think it's more of a standard transformer. And I think it was pulling a lot of juice. So, you know, when things start smelling a little melty, you have to pull them out.
All right.
Yes.
My turn again?
Let's see. You just made that. You made.
I know.
Essentially, it's my turn, but do you have an idea?
I do.
Okay. Give it a try.
Can you catch up on comments?
I will be glad to.
Sure.
I love the comment. Ripple was a great carbonated fortified wine for the masses between 60 and 84. Find a bottle today worth $200.
What?
You know, it's fortified wine, not, say, vintage 1960 Irish whiskey. It's not going to be any good by now. You know, it's like if you found a Bud Light from 1984. That's shot. That's gone. Totally.
Reba, I don't think we're all caught up.
Oh, I'll be glad. Yeah. Okay. I'll make a little room over here for you.
Wait. This is done for.
Yeah. I'm just making a little bit of room. That's all. Yeah.
Thank you.
You can do that now.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And bing, bing, bing. Ah, so Joe's favorite glasses. North Pole Music Park.
Oh.
When you were a small child. Oh, yeah. Big fun.
I got taken to the North Pole, but I think it was in Colorado.
I think we had a Christmas village that we used to visit in New Hampshire. And I would have to look into that. But there's a good site about all of those types of villages with the figurals. They had like full-size car figures. And a lot of those ended up in Lake George because there was a guy who was buying those when those places, unfortunately, over time went out of business. But as a young kid, it was great to visit those places. They were just full of wonder and color. Lots of fun stuff. Holiday light show.
Aww.
Big fun.
I'm going to take the sweater off of this guy before I pour it, actually.
Is this something you've already written down, or am I starting to go? Which one are we calling this?
Call it Santa's Not a Mai Tai for now, but I'm going to come up with a better name for it because it's definitely not a Mai Tai. So that was 1 ounce of dark Jamaican rum. I'm going to do 1 ounce of brandy.
Type. Again.
Put this sweater back on. Gotta be fashionable.
Sounded like we're veering into Mai Tai Garita territory. Half Mai Tai, half margarita.
But that would have tequila.
Would have tequila. Brandy, of course, is in the tequila family, or tequila's in the brandy family, rather.
I was originally thinking I would keep this Mai Tai adjacent, but it's not going to be Mai Tai adjacent, so forget that.
Forget the whole not a Mai Tai thing. It's definitely not a Mai Tai, but we're not really working that Mai Tai flavor profile.
I'm going to do some creme de cassis.
Ah.
Half ounce.
We'll call that half ounce.
Man, we got to catch up on those comments.
We will. I'm just wondering what else you're doing.
Think.
Okay, so you think?
Well, I think.
We'll find comments.
All right.
Elizabeth loves your bottle sweater.
Oh, thanks. That's actually from... It's from Maker's Mark.
Makers. Yeah, that's Makers.
We put it on.
We're redeploying because we don't just have 10 bottles of Makers back here. And, you know, if you belong to their club, they actually will send you some little fun gigos around Christmas time. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I wonder if they're doing that this year.
I hope
so. All right.
Oh, the extension cord and the plugs and Christmas story. Oh, jeez. Yeah, 15 things in one outlet. Pow.
Half ounce.
I had 3 things in one outlet, and one of them started pulling power.
Half ounce hazelnut liqueur.
Half ounce hazel.
Yep.
That's the next thing after the cassis.
Yes. Now, I'm gonna do a full ounce of lemon juice. This drink is getting kind of heavy, so let's
light them up.
Tart it up.
A little heavy in terms of sweetness.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
I had an idea. I think I'll do my idea after this.
Got a funny one from Lisa.
Oh?
Dad was alive. Doctor told him to drink red wine. He wasn't a drinker of wine. He didn't know which one to get. His aunt told him to get MD.
Oh, no.
He drank it because he said it was sweet, and Mother was not happy. He drank the whole bottle. So Earl and she had to tell him that MD isn't the kind of wine that Doctor wants. And not the whole damn bottle. Oh yeah, and here we have the explanation behind MD. It's not Mad Dog. That's just what people say. Yeah, it's Mogan David because it's coming from Mogan David Winery. So like in Medishevitz.
Is Mogan David around here?
Yes, I think they are. Yeah, it's in New York State. It's made with New York grapes.
I was about to do this without any. I'm like, straight good? No. I was about to do it without adding bitters.
You can add the bitters later too.
I know.
Think about it. But you can add them now.
I know.
Absolutely.
I think I want to add them now.
Yeah.
I think I want to add.
They all had theirs. Medishevitz had one.
David
had one. Gallo, of course, has the actual Thunderbird. I'm trying to think who makes Wild Irish Rose. I have to look that one up.
Cocoa bitters.
So what kind of bitters we
dash of cranberry bitters, dash of cocoa bitters. It's going to be Christmassy AF, as the kids say.
Sounds so rude.
Only if you don't abbreviate.
Only if you don't abbreviate. Bingo, bingo. The cocoa bitters are the ones from Angostura, this is like the 3rd bitter that they've done pretty much ever, I think.
Do we have any open cider?
No.
Okay.
But we can get an open cider. The classic Angostura, like this old-fashioned bitters, have been around since the 1820s. It was originally sort of a stomach formula that has settled the stomach. I believe they did orange way back when, but they've been off the market forever. They brought them back. And then Angostura decided to get into the chocolate business because apparently that is also a product of Trinidad. So.
All right.
Excellent idea. This Martinelli sparkling.
I'm going to use sparkling cider.
Yeah, that's a fun idea.
Because we have a surplus.
Cocktail glass?
Yeah. I was going to do our little barrel over there. But whenever I have a drink with... Whenever I have a drink with ice, it goes down faster than an up drink. So...
Bottle opener.
You found it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They've started putting like a pop top on these. Didn't it used to be a screw cap?
Screw cap, definitely. And I got to drink the whole thing. But it's non-alcoholic, and we like to have this at gatherings. If we do a Kir Royale, which is an excellent, excellent thing, and people say, well, I'm not really doing the stuff with alcohol right now. You can make it with the Martinellis, and we actually were using some blackberry from Royale, which is a really great deployment. And of course, Royale is a squeeze bottle, so it's like, whoop! You just want a little bit in the flute, top it with this stuff.
Do a little twisty thing around the stem.
I feel like doing that right now. I'm going to space them out.
Do it.
I will do that immediately. Why am I sitting here talking about what you could do with this?
Here.
Why I can just do it?
Do it.
Okay.
I was thinking I was going to do like an egg cream thingy later.
Yeah, look at that.
With the eggnog and that.
The eggnog is actually setting there quite nicely, like it's going to be a good buffer.
So I'm going to strain this into my cocktail glass, and then, oh look, I've got extra.
Got a sidecar. Quite a bit of a sidecar.
With a splash of my cider. And you could use Prosecco too, or another sparkling wine. This is what I had.
That's what I had. So we happen to sort of inherit this bottle of the Blackberry Royale. This is probably a little hard to find in stores, but it can be ordered. You can usually find, if you have a decent supermarket, the coconut. And the coconut is really something you could use in your pina colada very easily. It's a squeeze bottle, so you can add a very precise amount.
It's really good.
Or you get a little sticky. So I'm going to add a good blorp of that. Fairly thick stuff. It's kind of a jam. I usually have this in yogurt. It's sweet and tasty. Nice berry flavor profile.
Oh! Chaz is saying Martinelli's is great. First found it at a local dollar store. I've never seen it at our dollar store.
100% juice from U.S. apples, no alcohol. You just want to have a little bit of fizzy apple juice. This is a great way to go.
Magnetic North is, in fact, a storage garage in Greeley, Colorado.
Here we go. Put that down there. And I am going to need a stir stick. I'll take one of those Christmas trees, please. Because that just seems so appropriate. Don't mind if I do.
There you go.
And give it a brief little stir just to get some of that stuff combined.
So you just did a full-on mocktail.
I did a full-on mocktail.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
A little space in it. And the truth is, I stir it gently. There's still like a good layer of that on the bottom, but it's sort of like, combining very slowly.
I guess my glass
in a measured way.
My glass must be small because
I'm certain you've had this before.
I
When you stir it up
I have had that, yeah.
A little more because I'm not getting the flavor of the additive. So
I think this glass is small because this was just I made one drink and I still got half of it left.
That glass is a little smaller. It's deceptive. It's got a very wide profile, so you think, oh, I can fit a tub, but no.
Are we caught up?
Yeah, that's it. I think you may be good. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Got it. I think we got it. Sounds good. Huh? Interesting.
That is really good, actually.
You can have a few of these, and, well, there's no booze. Not feeling it. It's a little sweet, and I might temper that with some bitters. The bitters
you could do
have some alcohol
citrus
in them,
in there, too.
but you could do some citrus in there.
Yep.
That's a good idea. I am going to pop a little citrus in there. Pardon. And see where that leads me. Just a splash. As a matter of fact, since we have them, and we have a lot of them, I'm going to put some lemon peel in there.
Oh, I want some too.
Yep. A strip, please.
You?
If you would.
Peel.
Yep. And I will definitely give this.
All right, so.
That twist. So I get a little bit
we promised Kitsch. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That mocktail makes me ask, kind of say, is there such thing as peanut butter and jelly cocktail? I have heard of such, yes.
I have heard of these things.
Yes.
And at this day and age, when you can buy peanut butter whiskey and grape jam flavored liqueur, then you can absolutely. I've seen these bottles in the New Hampshire state liquor stores. I really put them side by side and took a picture. I probably have this picture somewhere. I could tell you what's what, but is it Screwball that makes a peanut butter flavored whiskey? And I think also makes a cinnamon whiskey.
Hi, Sherry.
A lot of cinnamon whiskeys. But yeah,
they
managed to get the peanut butter flavor. Hey, night.
Sherry says, Mad Dog was the official drink for my friends in college. Ran the liquor store out of MD 2020. All flavors. Or why I'm now drinking mocktails. Oh, that's hilarious.
Burned out that sensory center in the brain and said, that's it.
I just remember one time being at south of the border. You know, that roadside attraction.
Yeah.
And we'd stopped for gas, so I went into the store, and they just had this aisle that was just all empty.
All the empties.
But it was arranged like by
color.
Roy G. Biv. It was like colors of the rainbow. It was impressive in its awfulness.
The red is just extraordinarily red. It really is just flavored with, dye number 5.
They make it like peanut whiskey.
Yes, peanut butter flavored whiskey. There's
the peanut butter or just peanut?
I think it's peanut butter. I've seen peanut butter as well.
I've seen
I've also seen.
Oh, is it Screwball? Is that Screwball?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then the purple one, of course, is the grape flavor,
which Screwball
is just
peanut butter whiskey.
Tastes like a grape soda. And then there's the blue. The blue is just one of these fantastically unnatural colors. It's not even like a natural color blue that you might see.
Oh, Hans, we live in New York.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But definitely. So I recommend this sort of thing, particularly if you're spacing them out. And if you're simply
I've never had the Screwball.
Doing the mocktails.
We gotta try it.
Okay. It's pretty good. Okay. Oh yeah. That Warner Brothers album is fantastic. That is the source of Yulesville, which I think was released at the time on a 45. This is the place to get it on the album. All these people are singing, except Roger Moore, who's reciting. I guess he was not a singer. And who else? Dorothy Provine, I think, is in there, kicking it out.
Oh yeah.
And
hello, Dismal.
Poncy Ponce on Melia Kalimaka.
Daniel.
Hard to beat that.
Good to see you.
No, definitely. By the way, so I added
a little... Biv cocktail.
No, that's a Pousse Café.
I just like Roy G. Biv for an alias. Mm-hmm. Like when we were younger, you would just go into places and like give a fake name, like you already sign into a building. Roy G. Biv.
Is that 2 B's in the Biv? No, just 1 B. 1 B. The
Biv.
Roy G. Biv. So
you said 2 B's.
I'm thinking ahead of my way here. So adding a little bit of citrus and the peel really made a difference in this. You can smell that, you can taste it. Takes a little bit of the sweetness out of it, and it's a nice little sound right now. Pretty happy with this.
Sherry's saying peanut butter whiskey and hot cocoa could be good. I agree.
Oh no, that's a fun idea.
Really good.
You start to think about what can we do with this, and if you do that, you're really working sort of a Nutella angle with that. Come to think of it, like so nuttiness with chocolate.
Royale, right?
Yeah.
Now, how much of the
Vice Royale? Okay, so I added Vice Royale. I literally added maybe half an ounce worth of the blackberry.
Okay, half ounce blackberry. Gotta write this down for posterity.
Mm-hmm. So it's blackberry Royale.
Okay.
And you can find a different blackberry puree. It may well work
filled with your chilled cider.
Filled with chilled cider.
Okay, and then how much lemon? Cider.
I added just a dash of lemon juice.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
And then the twist, and that's it. It's a very simple thing. It's fairly elegant looking. You can serve these at parties. People would say, "Oh,
we've done that."
And we certainly have in the past. When we served the Kir Royale and the non-alc Kir Royale, which is what you're looking at, and it just worked very well. I think at that point we had raspberry syrup, which was originally intended as a pancake syrup, but it was a really nice
good syrup.
Raspberry
it wasn't
flavor.
Yucky syrup.
It wasn't. I'm not going to name names about what these fake flavors are, but you know who the culprits are. We actually found one that was just sugar base, no spurious sugars, and real raspberry flavor. That was really good. I believe if you were to order from, say, Knott's Berry Farm, that's probably a pretty good way to go.
Knott's Berry Farm.
Well,
that's just such a weird thing for you to say.
Well, I'm thinking, I remember seeing those as a kid in the store, and pretty well known berry farm, and I think they're really dedicated to natural sugars and natural flavors, so it's a good idea.
I'm calling it the Kir Vice Royale.
Kir Vice Royale. Excellent.
Babab Street. Really? You live near Babab Street?
Babab?
She lives on Babab Street, lingers long on Babab Street.
that other Doors song, What was it called again? Back in the day where we'd have such things. Well.
Hi, Stu. I gotta catch up. And Colonel Keg, hello.
Resistor color coding is...
He's replying to Errol, by the way.
Yeah.
If we missed your comments, let me know. I feel like we missed some, so if we did, let us know.
Come to think of it, that really is in that order. BBROYGBVGW. Black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray, white. That's the resistor color coding. Also capacitor color coding. When you see capacitors with color coding back in the day. And that will actually tell you the values without printing it on. Now, the reason that you might do that in electronics is because it's a lot easier to identify small parts with the colors. And I've been doing this enough that I kind of get the idea of like what something is by looking at it, but all the pros, bang, bang, bang.
Sherry says the kind of drink to sneak in the thermos when you're sled riding and hope you don't crash into a tree.
Oh! Yeah, and you hope that nobody notices. Clink. Clinky drinky.
Well, I like those little bottles there because we sometimes take those on walks.
Walktails. He sees you when you're drinking. Again. Knows when you're awake. Going for a walk. All right, gonna bust a few things out of here. You still got that going.
I still got like half my drink left.
Yeah, jeez. You want to give me the middle part?
Sure.
I'll get rid of this.
Thank you.
We have a little limited space because
I know because we have a tree where we normally
bust everything.
Put our dirty dishes. It's like that around here at Christmas. Black, brown, red. Oh. Yeah. Eric says unless you're colorblind. Yeah, I think that would be a problem, actually, in that situation. Walktails. Oh, yeah. The last time we took walktails was to see the Christmas parade. Our town's Christmas parade. And Marty, who was commenting earlier, was DJing that night. So we mixed up some walktails and went up and saw the parade and went over to saw Marty DJ. And we played pinball. It was fun. So I like a walktail. We need to do it now because we need to walk around and see all the lights in our neighborhood.
The neighbors were asking about good light displays. I feel like I should make 4 and say, let's take a walk. I think they'd appreciate that a lot. You can show them all.
Well, we could do mocktails too because they have kids. So.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yes, trees do take priority, Jennifer.
Well, we have to set the trees inside, don't we? And then we go from there.
Lisa says, Errol bought me a record player
Victrola.
from Victrola. And recently my mom gave me her and my dad's old records.
Oh, there we go.
Her Floyd Creamer albums. Chet Atkins and others. Oh my gosh.
Last Date from Floyd Creamer. That was his big hit. One of his big hits.
She melted. Yeah. Oh.
You need to,
Dance with Errol. Oh, I love that.
There were a bunch of covers of that too. I think a few people had hits with it. The instrumental hit, that was Floyd. And he has a distinctive piano style. And you've heard that a lot in other country songs. Studio guy. And you were mentioning Chet Atkins, the other studio guy, line producer for RCA in Nashville. So it's just like he's on everything, Floyd's on everything. You want a sax? Boots Randolph.
We have geekery on YouTube. Yeah. Eric is saying, I enjoyed playing with the 301 project boards.
Oh. Yeah,
I don't know what that means, but he does.
Yeah, I do. Back when you could get the kind of kit from Radio Shack that says, build this, build that, and had all the parts and a little breadboard that you put it all together with. Those are fun. I never had one of those.
Ken says, walktails are good for the soul and the body. Apparently so.
No,
because I just want to talk about my perfect liver functioning.
No, Reverend Ken might be able to tell you something about the soul.
That's right.
So there we go. But definitely. Just cleaning things up here, folks. Well, I need a little
I think I've seen that, Eric. Says there's this YouTube channel called The Watched Walker, and he's got good video footage of walking through London and their Christmas displays. I haven't seen the Christmas, but I feel like I've seen that channel.
We were in London last.
Hi, Jamie.
2004, I believe.
Oh, Marty, I was so happy when you played our record. Thank you.
That was cool. That was a lot of fun. And speaking of which, folks.
And JD's here.
It's that time. Okay.
Hello.
Liver Function.
Aaron, it's a great name for a band, Liver Function.
I'm pretty sure.
Perfect Liver Function.
Pretty sure I saw them opening up for Mongrel Bitch at CB's in 1994.
Personal Watermelon.
Liver Function. It was Hell No, Mongrel Bitch, Liver Function. Yeah, Liver Function was on like at 3 in the morning.
They're opening for Personal Watermelon.
Personal Watermelon. Your own Personal Watermelon.
We collect band names.
Oh, you find so many fun band names. I'm really surprised when a band has not taken the name by now. And it's just such an obvious name. And who knows? I don't know everything in bands. One of these days I'll find out. Well, I need a little something now that I have gotten the nog out of the way and had a little fluid.
I'm just letting...
A little spacing. Bum wine challenge. Now we're talking, sir. I would not take that, but I'm sure we could find some participants from this very audience right here.
A bum wine Oh.
We have been talking about having the Glendora box wine challenge.
Oh, Aaron.
Stack one up against the other and see where
again,
you're going.
and it has been a day, so let's drink.
Shall we? Shall we?
Let's please.
Don't mind if I do. Could you pass me that barrel, please?
I'm sure I can. Oh, the barrel.
The barrel.
We just got this last night.
Harold's barrel. I am going
Miracle.
to inaugurate this little baby.
I'm sure you're all familiar with Miracle. But if you're
Miracle
not...
Pop-Up, of course, is a whole
a
franchise concept. Bars can take on the concept, and you can they will purchase the mugs for sale. They'll get the drink formulas to use.
It's a pop-up Christmas bar that bars all over the world do. So if you're interested in going to a fun, kitschy Christmas bar, search in your area for the closest Miracle pop-up bar. It's really fun.
You need some decent, urbanity to your area, but we found it in Jersey City in a really fun little joint, very 19th century building.
Eric says,
and they had great food.
My inner child was awakened recently. Yesterday, as I was playing with a cereal box synthesizer. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Now that sounds like all.
Oh, you went to the Miracle in Las Vegas. We went in Jersey City last night.
Yep.
We've been.
It was one in Harrison a few years ago.
We went to the one in which apparently is in the same family as the one we went to last night.
Okay.
The two establishments are in the same hospitality family, and then Boilermaker in New York.
Yes.
We've been to.
Lower East Side we went to.
Yeah.
That's a fun bar.
Yeah.
Also a very compact bar. But it was the worst place that I'd seen those Santa mugs that we have, a few of them now. And of course, there's the Surfing Santa over there. That was all part of that deal.
Yeah.
So
what are you making?
Anyway, I was inspired because we were able to get the barrel at last. And you always want the barrel if you're thinking sort of a Christmas tropical kind of thing. Well, do I have a Christmas tropical for you?
I almost used it earlier.
Let's actually start with filling this baby up with ice.
Do you have a name for this masterpiece yet?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
This is something that I came up with a while ago. I have made it from time to time on the show. I don't think I made it recently. Probably made it as much as
I've already put it down because I know what he's making.
What are you talking about? This is a grog, and in fact, it's Santa's grog.
Santa's grog.
Santa's grog. So, I need to chunk this up a little better. This is pretty beat up ice, so it's already like all chopped up ice ready to go into the mug. Come on, get out of
there. I bought some Reese's Puff cereal yesterday morning. I saw the back and it said synth on it, and I was like, "What's this?" Oh, Aaron said you wanted the little T-Rex mug, but they didn't have them yet.
Oh.
I wonder if you could get them online.
There we go.
I bought that last year at one of the Miracle pop-ups that it wasn't even open because it was the pandemic. Everything was window service. So basically I went up to the window and I was like, what do you have for merch?
What do you got?
And that was how I got that one.
This is pretty simple. 1/2 ounce of lime. It's actually lemon, but I'm not telling him that. 1/2 ounce of OJ. We have taken to buying the small bottles of OJ, and they don't go bad on us. I just don't drink that much orange juice.
No, I don't either.
But if you have a belt on a glass of it in the morning, then the carton is perfectly fine. Same with pineapple juice.
Like you needed him to give you the okay on that.
Yeah, well, I just find that these things, like the carton of milk, we just can't go through that fast enough. It's just going to go sour.
Although we have.
So lately I've taken to using the evaporated in my coffee. And I can actually make it through a can before it goes bad.
But I bought a quart of milk for you to make eggnog.
Yep. Worked. Then we happen to have some other extra.
Although I generally prefer almond milk, but that's just me.
1/2 ounce of falernum. Well, we happen to have the Fee Brothers back here.
So far it's just the juices and the falernum, right?
Yep. That's exactly right.
Don't want
There we go.
Don't want to miss
It's our last bottle of Fees because our local can't carry these anymore. They've been told by the state that there's no alcohol in there and they can't carry syrups. Our state has really weird liquor laws.
New York is weird, you guys.
As do, well, I think the other 49 have similar. It's just ridiculous.
No, the states in the West, you can just go to Walmart and buy a bottle of Makers if you want.
Right next to the Falernums, because if you want to have like the whiskey and Falernum, boom, away you go.
Oh, small cans of grapefruit juice. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
We have not been able to find. You were recently.
Oh, Miracle Bars, a.k.a. Nick's. Yes.
Ah. Mm-hmm. Nick. Now, who was asking about Nick's?
Oh, not asking, telling.
Oh, okay.
Eric's like, apparently what you do there is this grid. You put cereal pieces in different areas of a grid. Then you go on a website on your phone, then aim your camera on the box and plays music. What?
Depending on what pieces.
Oh my gosh.
So that's like a
wow.
2-step synth. That's kind of fun.
That's really fun. Hi, Marcy.
Hey. Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you find it. I didn't know it was...
Give it a try.
Let one of us know.
Yes.
Next time we go back to Miracle.
Well,
we can keep our eyes peeled.
If you haven't by that point.
Any good holiday drinking games?
Well, I think we should ask Joe about that. There must be some fun.
Joe, are you still here? Joe is the go-to person to ask about games of any sort.
He sees you when you're drinking. Wait, where's the... I just cleaned this out too. Or did you use it?
The who and the what?
This. There we go. So I need 1 ounce of dark rum.
So far it's the juices in the Falernum and 1 ounce dark.
Also, ½ ounce of pimento liqueur.
Rum.
This bottle of Orinoco is
1
actually...
ounce pimento?
No, ½ ounce.
Oh, I was going to say, that's a lot of pimento.
½ ounce, 1 ounce of rum. This bottle of Orinoco is actually not the rum. This is pimento.
It's actually not Orinoco.
It's not Orinoco. Believe it or not. But, you can believe it. I'm telling you.
You can.
You believe it. So, and I'm looking for the old monk.
I don't think Joe's here. You better text him.
Yeah.
We need drinking games. Come back.
Let's see here. Search out more rum.
Oh, Aaron, I think it is good. Aaron's saying, I made your pimento dram recipe last December. Do you think it's good a year later? I do.
Oh, absolutely.
I think you should shake it, but yeah.
You may want to let it stay settled. Stuff settles out. And stays
Elizabeth is saying, leftover going, gone, no rice pudding. Eric likes the almond milk. Okay. All right. Yep. We have consensus on the almond milk. Good thing. Joe is here. Joe, any holiday drinking games? They could be any kind of drinking game.
Any kind. I'm going to vary this up.
Hi, Jennifer.
I'm going to vary this up, actually. Hey, thank you. So good. So this is actually Old Port.
Oh, rice milk. I have had rice milk, yeah.
We did a promo with them in the summer, and we had a few bottles left over, so I'm still using it. And it's a really nice medium-bodied rum.
Okay.
Which I think is a really great mixer.
Full ounce?
½ ounce. And I'm actually going to vary up this formula just a bit because we happen to have some new product around here, and I haven't used it yet. I'm going to add a ½ ounce of the Swedish punch.
Gosh. There's a lot going on here.
A lot going on here. But, any good grog has a bunch going on. And here we go. ½ ounce of the punch.
A lot going on in this. That barrel is getting full, I gotta say.
That's where it should be, isn't it? And here's a ninja tip for you. These bottles that have the tiny little lip with the ridges are really hard on your fingers because they get a little sticky and they get hard to use. How do you get that open easily? You ever get lobsters? They have those little rubber bands.
Or vegetables.
Or the vegetables. Save this tiny little...
Isn't it like a broccoli wad?
Rubber band. No, broccoli wad is larger. And you pop that on there like that.
It's the same type of rubber.
And this is a lot easier because you get grip on it. So there you go. That's what you do.
The more you know.
Ninja tip. All right. I built in mug in the barrel. Add straw. Give it a stir. And your candy cane. And here you go. And if you had some bubbles, that's not a bad idea either.
Oh, Joe's going to research.
Really nice.
Well, we asked the right person.
Absolutely. I bet you have a pretty good handle on some fun ideas. And it's...
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's a fun thing.
That is really good.
You know, I'm actually going to give that just a topper with a Martinelli and see where we're going.
I don't know. You might gild the lily.
I'm not going to give it a lot because this is pretty sweet.
Your rice milk is good.
If I had more of a hard cider, that would be a really great topper. But it's going to be more like... Yep.
I mean, I brought in the dry one, but still.
Yep. Trying that. And because this is a little sweet, I'm going to add some bitters. I'll just add some Angostura. I usually add bitters to a grog. This is like Santa's...
I put this recipe to bed.
Santa's grog number 2, because I'm varying it up. The original grog just had 1.5 ounces of the rums. Here, I'm gently stirring in the fizzy stuff. I like to add fizzy stuff to a real tall drink like this. It just lightens it up a little.
Okay.
Yep. Slightly different.
All right.
I think it kind of opens up the flavors a bit. Sometimes I'll just add seltzer on the top of there.
That is even better.
That is even better. Things have improved. A lot of spice flavors going on. Again, what do we got there? I've got lime juice, orange juice, falernum, pimento. You've got 2 different infusions. The pimento is really just allspice berries in the liqueur format. That's it. You're just preserving that allspice flavor. Yeah. Well, it's a lot of flavor. Think about that.
With wherever.
The falernum is flavors of lime, clove, and allspice itself. So you got that going on as well. I added a dark rum, so I have that. So very heavy molasses flavor. A medium-bodied rum, more of the same. And then the Swedish punch is very specific. This is a product that used to be on the market ages ago and finally got put back on by Cronin. So
Elizabeth is mentioning coconut milk. Yes.
Coconut milk.
Yes, that's a great one.
We've been talking about almond milk, and it's a really great thing to use. And if you make your own orgeat,
rice milk, but coconut milk is great too.
Always nice to throw a shot of the almond milk in there to give it just that creamy texture. Coconut milk is a really good thing to have around, and it's the flavor is not as aggressive coconut as you would think. Interestingly, so it's a good thing to use.
Aaron, do you think Rudolph had a red nose because he was drinking? I'm sure at some point in his life he was.
Reindeer's got to do something against the cold, after all.
Exactly. Like the Macy's Santa. Man's got to do something.
Interruptions. And
we're still live on YouTube, so
it's a heavy saturated fat, but I don't think it's as much of like the heaviness of, say, a milk product, of an actual milk product.
Oh
so
yeah,
I think it's a pretty good sub.
I think we're fine now. So
I think it's a pretty good sub.
Oh, although Ken is pointing out he's had some bad experiences with soy milk. Not all people can handle the alternatives. I know there are a lot of people who can't have soy.
Yeah. Some of them are on this board.
I'm not supposed to have soy.
They've recommended that you cut it down.
Yeah. So, and I know that we have people watching who really can't have soy. So, yeah.
You might have an intolerance.
Oh, Elizabeth's saying froze for a second, but you're back. Okay.
You might have an intolerance. You might have an allergy. And the simple fact is...
Gosh. The tech problems around here lately, you guys.
Brother, if it's not one thing.
I'm so ready to... have enough to finish this drink and go order a new computer. I can't even tell you.
But when I talk soy issues, you think, yeah, well, it's also a product that's used in a hell of a lot of processed food, is soy protein. So it's really hard to avoid. It's kind of like wheat. If you have a problem with wheat, wow.
That was not you, Eric. Everywhere. Oh, my blood type is soy. The ghost of Christmas cocktails has struck again. Exactly.
You never know. Didn't we just go through that season?
It's not Christmas till you see Santa on the Norelco.
Riding around. Classic stop motion commercial. Big fun. Sold a lot of razors, I gotta tell you. I remember those, and I remember Speed Alka-Seltzer, Oh, yeah. When you've indulged a little too much over the holidays, you start to feel like a Christmas Story, the day of Christmas with the parents, where he's just like, That moderate bottle of wine
they
that
did
they had.
Such a good job with that.
It's classic for a reason. They did very well. And of course, you have to visit the house in Cleveland when that is available to you. That's just
and we know from visiting Christmas Story House that there's a bar right across the street from their house. So I'm sure the old man stopped in there a time or two.
A round or two on the way. But bar that had been there apparently since '07, and I don't mean 2007.
Oh, Sherry's allergic. Oh my gosh, you're not the only person we know who's allergic to soy.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, you gotta check everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's a very cheap protein, and if you're trying to use a filler that's like non-meat based, there you go. And if you were talking about, say, tofu, it's like, this is a very versatile product. Textured soy, very versatile product. It's great to use it. Unless you can't digest it.
Give me some spray on that?
It's a real pain.
I keep touching the bar on this one sticky place.
How about it?
Like, can I just wipe it down so that we don't have to deal with this?
Why don't you take care of that?
Thank you.
Take care of this.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, there was some spillage right there.
That's not spillage. That's like a stalactite.
Sedimentary, my dear Watson.
That's sediment. That is not spillage.
That actually looks like more of this stuff back here. The Real, which I was using recently. Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Drippage. This is fairly thick stuff.
No wonder
it's
this
a
bar
puree.
is sticky.
I need to clean this bottle off, too. I do like this a lot.
I did love that. Eric, yes, thank you for the leg lamp pictures. That was great.
Oh, yeah, that's marvelous. Leg lamp is
sorry, I'm just trying to
stuff.
stick my bar.
So I've been using this for lack of other things to do with it. I thought, well, what do I do with this? Put it in yogurt. And all you need to do is just squeeze in a blorb, give it a stir, and it's like this.
Squeeze in a blorb.
Brilliant. Pretty brilliant.
Unit of measure, one blorb.
Yeah, one blorb. Not two. Not two blorbs. Just the one.
That would be too many.
Too many blorbs.
Be one too many. All right. Can I touch the bar now without sticking to it?
The wet. But you should be good.
Wet is okay.
Wet's okay.
Oh, corn, yeah. Sure, saying I've heard corn is worse. Oh my god, it can be in packaging.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Because if you're that sensitive to it, because you can use the corn to actually make polymers.
Oh no,
you can just make a plastic wrap out of it.
I can't read that out loud, but I feel you about the Pepto.
Oh man,
no.
Y'all can read that. This is very true. We were on the train once where a young
woman... Oh, God, no. He's going to tell the story.
Young woman got on who looked a little unsteady on her feet.
It wasn't me.
And, these trains, they have doors in the center where they have tall platforms, and you open up onto those doors. And we get to, like, the major juncture where those doors are happening. And she makes her way to that sort of alcove. And then the conductor walks by. He's like, oh, wow, blue. And I was like, oh, boy. So I know what she's had for the night. Few too many blue Hawaiians.
Oh, Barbara's never seen A Christmas Story.
Oh, wow.
I suspect you'll love it. I'm not gonna put that on you, but
got an idea.
I suspect you'll enjoy it.
Based on several different stories from the great broadcaster Gene Shepard.
Yes.
And if you're ever thinking to yourself, what else has he done? Go find a book called "In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash," which is a collection of just short stories that are really loosely based on his childhood growing up in the Midwest. And they're a lot of fun. Some of these were originally published in Playboy. So if you happen to have a handle on a vintage collection of Playboys from the late 1960s, you're going to find a lot of Gene Shepard. They're very entertaining reading.
That was where I read the story that the movie was more or less based on. But it had a lot more about their neighbors and stuff, which was hilarious.
Bumpuses.
Yeah. Sons
of bitches! The old man's got a good point. All these stray dogs kicking around your house. Not good, not good. There are other elements to A Christmas Story that are not in that story, like the whole bit with the slide and the Santa Claus was actually taken from a different story from the Chicago World's Fair of 1933. There was this whole thing that he had apparently experienced when he was very young. And similarly hilarious. There's all sorts of that. So, well worth checking out. And if you're thinking, well, what was he like as a broadcaster? There's a lot of audio out there that you can access. I think it's usually pretty available on the internet by now. When I was first checking into this like 25 years ago, you had to find somebody who had made CDs and order it, cassette tapes and all this kind of jazz. But you can probably find it all free now. And he was a real nut. He did crazy things, and he coined the term that I happen to enjoy. There's two types of people. There's day people, there's night people. And the kind of stunts he pulled, that's all for the night people.
Hi, Tom.
And the day people don't get it. So.
Oh yeah, hey, Barbara loves Gene Shepherd.
Oh.
I suspect if you're watching this, you're probably a night person, but.
I don't like to correct my audience.
Aaron says, "Do you think if Santa kisses mothers, should they call and tell their husbands?"
Well, I don't know. Depends on how you feel about Santa.
I guess it depends on how Santa kisses the mothers. Mm-hmm. I'll say that. That'll be my answer. If it's just a neighborly kiss, I think that, no, it's okay.
Fun stuff. Just a little peck. Minor peck, that's all.
Oh, the Gene Shepherd. Oh, yeah. Elizabeth says, I read it for the Gene Shepherd.
Now you're talking.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Oh, my gosh.
So there's a funny corollary about that, too, but I gotta start thinking about names.
Errol says my brother and his family with all their dogs might be the Bumpuses.
The Bumpuses in the story are depicted as this fantastic bunch of hicks, big hillbilly family that moved in with their ridiculous dogs and were there, and then one day they simply disappeared. So it was just like a flock of Beverly hillbillies came in and out, but without the Beverly, you know?
River City Handsome. Some chicks are into beards. Some dudes too.
Oh, you know.
I love it. I love it.
Just noting, folks.
I love it.
It's a big thing these days. I've seen a lot of beards.
Oh, yeah. Lisa, you said it at the same time as Errol. Errol's brothers, the Bumpuses. So there must be a Santa level, Aaron was saying. There must be a Santa level of Santa kissing before it becomes weird. Yes. I'm going to go with that.
You know the classic line.
I'm going to go with that.
This is getting to a weird place.
Getting to a weird place here. But yeah, no, I think that's true. I think that there's a level. And I don't think the actual Santa would cross it.
No. Absolutely not. No. And
real Santa would not make you uncomfortable.
Any good Santa out there, and people go to Santa school for such things. Any good Santa out there would not cross the line.
I'm talking about the Santa.
Absolutely.
Not Santa school.
But
real Santa.
I'm just saying there's a lot of
North Pole Santa.
A lot of folks have been in Santa school who wouldn't cross it either. So
Santa who's coming on Christmas Eve.
Who's going what?
Santa who's coming on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that? Well, of course. Hello. Hey, you can believe it. You don't have to believe it. That's up to you.
The Santa who's coming on Christmas Eve.
I just happen to know that.
I know. That's the thing, Elizabeth. Like, I don't want to give spoiler alerts, but yeah. That's the only thing that bugs me. Dad needs a leg lamp. I am with you. Errol's brother Brian is our cousin Eddie. Oh. Santa is not a perv. I am with you.
No such thing.
The Santa who's coming on Christmas Eve.
Well, except for Bad Santa. No, that one was pretty pervy.
That's not the Santa who's coming on
Not the Santa we're talking about there. Different kind of Santa. Highly entertaining, a little scatological.
Not coming on Christmas Eve.
If you enjoy such things. We've been enjoying Bad Mom's Christmas. That's fairly scatological. But, there's a lot of...
that might have the actual Santa. He seems like a good guy.
Absolutely does.
Bad Santa explores the idea. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It is, yeah. Bad Santa is funny. It is a funny movie.
Santa fetish. Cocktail name.
It is a funny movie.
Just as an aside, I've been talking with Gene Shepherd, whose name was actually spelled Jean, and he said that his parents gave him that name, and he always wondered about that. Became good friends with Shel Silverstein, who later wrote a song called A Boy Named Sue, apparently inspired by Jean Shepherd. And there's that whole tale that goes on from there about like how my daddy just wanted me to be a tough guy. But it's just a great little story song, of course, popularized by the great Johnny Cash.
My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die.
Now you're gonna die. And just like that, run into Johnny Cash.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Giving new meaning to the old down the hatch. Yep. Or down the chimney. I'll shut up now.
Down the old cake hole. You know how it is. I think it just says fragile.
Kiss and Eddie. All right. Okay, people are replying to each other's comments, which I love.
Boom. Twilight
Zone Art Carney. Yes.
Night of the Meek. First season episode. I mention this every time. This is...
Oh, yeah. Well, it makes sense that it would be
absolutely,
G and
absolutely.
E. Yeah,
but,
yeah.
J.N. His parents did that to him, and he was like, "Oh, geez," probably like got him to where he was going, and maybe that was a good thing. So what the heck? That Twilight Zone, I mentioned this many times. This is the show was very expensive to shoot, and the network insisted they cut corners and cut costs. So they did this by shooting 6 episodes on videotape, and that's one of them. You take a look at it, it looks a little different, it looks a little strange, but he managed to nab Art Carney for a great little story about this, sort of bum Santa and how he actually kind of turns things around because a little magic gets added.
You don't say bum.
Yeah.
Insert Ed McMahon. Hey-oh!
I hope everybody gets when I start singing that tune. That's a pretty well known.
Do you think she used all the glue on purpose? I do. I do think she used all the glue on purpose.
Within the context of the picture, it became a rift between the parents that just was unsaid. That night, my father buried the reins in the backyard. I swore I could faintly hear taps being played. Major award. The story about the major award was about, in the stories, it's an advertising thing for this Italian lamp company, and they've got like the leg lamp as the symbol on the building, and it's just this big, bright, shining sort of like sexualized lighting instrument, like just shining over Cleveland. It's just crazy. Or actually, he was living home in Indiana, of course. Cleveland is where they managed. Yeah, they managed to shoot a lot of the film in Cleveland because they found a great location right around the corner from a steel mill, so it's just perfect. Oh, jeez.
Oh, neither me. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great character actors. John Fiedler in there is playing like, the sort of crummy boss or whatnot, but he gets surprised by things too.
Yes.
He really gets pretty low.
It's a major award.
And then he realizes, what to do with the power, with the magic power. So, things happen. It's really like, Rod Serling decided to do a little Christmas story, and it works. And actually, I think it works even better because it's on video. It just has this odd period look to it that makes it look like you're sort of peering into. When I was a kid, I remember seeing a rebroadcast of the 1960 color telecast of Peter Pan with Mary Martin. And it stuck with me, all of that look. And it has this strange look to it. It's color videotape, so it's really pretty cool. Mm-hmm. The piece of tape is still out there. It takes a little preserving to get this thing back up to color. But years later, I saw it again and said, I remember this thing so vividly. Yeah.
Oh, Little Orphan Annie.
Oh, yes. And everybody want to start talking about decoder rings? Oh, man.
Oh, his mother had one.
She used to listen to Annie. She had the decoder ring, and she said, the movie is spot on. You would decode it, and it was just another thing telling you to drink Ovaltine. Brother. A crummy commercial? Son of a bitch. So she said, yeah, I did that.
It's so funny that she had
that exactly what happened.
That's hilarious.
But, I got to imagine that her parents had a big console radio, and everybody got crowded around it. Her father used to listen to the prize fights, and he says when Joe Louis came in, he had a thing about Joe Louis because he would knock him out in the second round. He was fast. He was like, that's not much of a fight.
Second thing you made.
Why not?
I'm going to do the mocktail. Oh, what?
Oh, careful. Oh, a lot of leakage. All right.
Ugh.
Do you want to hand that off?
It's like a crime scene.
That's why this all got you in the bar. I guess ultimately there's some issues with this cap.
Yeah, I feel like that wasn't designed well.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to store it upside down, but all the stuff flows to the bottom. Yeah. Messy. All right. So that was a little bit of the blackberry. That was blackberry, right?
Yeah.
Puree. Do a little bit of lemon juice. I'm going to fill with the Martinelli's. Drink more Ovaltine. Yes. Much as there's a cousin Glendora, can we meet Uncle Jimmy Carson? Ah! That's hilarious. Uncle Jimmy, not Johnny. I love it. All right. Go week one. I don't understand that one, but I'm laughing. All right. Gotta stir this. I hope I like it as much as I did a little while ago. Let's see. It's very full. A little full, a lot of sap.
What's that?
Different Christmas movie.
Yep.
Yep, still enjoying it. I might actually give it a little bitters.
That's an excellent idea.
Ooh. It's getting a wee bit spicy.
Oh,
yes.
There we go.
Okay. I'm going to give it a little bit of bitters.
You know, I understand that bitters are basically about 100 proof, so adding them is not going to stick.
I'm literally adding a dash.
Going to stick with the
Two
non-alcoholic
dashes.
formula. However, we know friends who don't drink, and I've noted them. So this actually is an alcohol product, and you say it's a dash. You know,
exactly.
It's not a big deal. So I understand that
right.
too. It's how you extract flavors. You don't exactly get a lot of hit off of those bitters. You get flavor. That's what it's all about.
This is a great festive mocktail.
Oh, the Indians from the Peter Pan broadcast. And I forget the gal who was playing like the main Indian there. Was she actually or shall we say, Native American?
I was going to say, you can't say that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not a very accurate term. And the guy who slung it around was off by about 3,000 miles. He didn't think so, but no, he was just wrong.
He was just wrong.
He was just plain wrong.
Okay.
So there's no particular reason to perpetuate that in this day and age. But that gal actually, she had a Broadway career, and I forget like the things that she was known for, but she did pretty well, as a matter of fact.
Wait, who are we talking about? I'll look it up.
I forget the name of the gal who's playing the native in Peter Pan. But there's that whole scene with the Indians, you know. Oh my.
I'm just sloshing, don't mind me.
Just sloshing. You need to take a larger draft of that. This glass is
very
very shallow, so it has a tendency to be a little tippy.
I need a bigger. I'm just gonna go wash my hands.
We'll just take care of it.
I'll be back.
We'll be right back.
I will be back.
With this a little more center, and we'll just vamp here. Isn't that the thing? The story at the Christmas Story House about the fragile, take a very careful look at the crate that they're crating around. When it's outside the house, it very clearly spells out fragile. When it's inside the house, it's kind of cut off. And this is because the crate didn't fit inside the house. Now, the house is not a set. They had to build a set inside the house, but it was and is literally a house, circa 1910, I believe. So they couldn't exactly just cut the door wider. So they cut like 6 inches off the crate and rebuilt it and crated it in. So if you take a look at the difference between the two scenes, you can actually see where that had to be done. Enough of it remains that you can fragile all you want.
Hey, hold on. Cast.
Let's see here. I think the gal who was in the Broadway, that's 55?
4.
54. Okay.
What do you? What's the Tiger Lily?
Tiger Lily.
Sandra Lee.
It's probably a Sandra Lee, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak to that one.
Have to say.
We'll be right back. Here's this one with your amnesia and deja vu all at the same time. There we go. Tiger Lily, that was it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I could not remember that to save myself. I forgot to remember and forget. Take it from Elvis.
All right, I need some more spray.
Okay.
This part got sticky.
That has a tendency to happen, as you might have seen from years of watching these
Can't
broadcasts,
even explain how the stickiness of this bar. Here we go.
Because after all, it's just some sort of presswood around this corner that's been painted heavily, but things will stick.
All right. Well, I'm cleaning up my
things will stick. But yes,
oh, hot Dr. Pepper. I think we decided, I think the way we came down on hot Dr. Pepper was just don't use diet.
That was really terrible with the diet.
Yeah.
We've heard that
don't use diet.
If you have something that is sugared Dr. Pepper, your standard product has these bogus sugars, but you can find Dr. Pepper with sugar. You just have to kind of dig around. Probably in glass bottles. There's some company that's doing these under license.
Right.
And you can find Moxie with actual sugar in it, also glass bottles. We've been able to find that at the Christmas tree shop.
We weren't talking about Moxie.
Last time we actually got a sixer of that, somebody said, hey, where'd you get the Moxie? So we were selling them more Moxie by carrying it around.
Were we?
Yes, we were, as it turns out. But I would check them first for Dr. Pepper with sugar. And try it and report back.
Oh, wait, Joe has come back with drinking games. Holiday drinking games. Oh, Joe, I knew we could count on you.
University. Hello. 13 holiday drinking games. 8 holiday.
Okay. All right.
You've got 21 holiday drinking games right there, folks.
Doubling Dr. Pepper as sugar, Sherry's saying. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta have the sugar. Otherwise, nope.
And if you actually get the product south of our border, if you get it in Mexico, it will very likely have sugar. I know that the Coca-Cola does. Because Mexico is a sugar-producing country. They have no need for this HFCS stuff. There are historical reasons why we have something called HFCS, which are a little spurious, and there we go.
Well, Joe really came through. So if you're looking for some holiday drinking games,
the request came in.
Look at the comments.
For drinking games,
Joe came through.
All I can think of is do the Charlie Brown Christmas special drinking game. Every time Charlie Brown goes, you take a shot. You're going to be pretty loaded after about 2 minutes. You know?
Well, you've got the whole Hallmark movie drinking games.
And what happens with there?
Well, there's a whole bingo card.
Yeah. Whichever trope happens.
Yes. Yep.
Couple looks longingly into each other's eyes. I got a piece.
Hi, Gettysburg Man.
Couple has argument in the third act. Boom. Yay. Well, the party is still happening, so I guess you're not late. What do you know?
Exactly.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm spacing it out with a mocktail.
Glad to see you here.
And I'm enjoying it.
I know that people may be able to join us for a few minutes, and they might have something they got to do. Many people say, got to go back to work. I think,
well, you know what? If you got to go back to work, you got to go back.
You got to go back. Glad we gave you a little pause in the action there. That's kind of the fun part, for sure. And if people join us a little later, hello. So that's later crew. That's a great little thing. Nothing wrong with that. Every once in a while, it's fun to be the folks that come a little later to the shindig. And I guess, now I'm kind of interested. I think we need to locate some Dr. Pepper with sugar and try that hot Dr. Pepper thing again.
I think you can just, I don't know. You mean sugar?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's that available.
I have to check around.
I mean, I'm sure we can get it online.
You can find the product.
But,
There was one bottler in Texas that was using sugar, which means it was a specialty product.
I'm wishing my feet would warm up. You sound like him.
Yeah, that happens to me from time to time. Right now, I'm good. You get up in the morning at this joint, and it's a little chilly because we really put the temperature down.
Joe says the first post is based on Christmas songs.
Christmas songs. Okay. Well,
I guess this isn't something we could play now, is it?
There is that game. What do they call it?
Let's see.
Where you get whammed.
Whamageddon.
Whamageddon. Who's been Whamageddon this season already? I have not.
Me.
Yeah, you got nailed.
I got nailed on day 2.
It was at the doctor's office that they were whipping that out on you.
13 of your favorite Christmas songs turned into drinking games. No, the passed out dog.
Marshmallow World. Smirnoff's Flush. Oh
no.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh my. I just got the heartburn.
Looking at the Christmas songs games. Okay, wait. Slips of paper. No, we're not going to do that right now. 12 Days of Christmas. The first person begins by saying or singing the first words in the classic song, only substituting the whole partridge in a pear tree thing with something they would personally want their true love to give them for Christmas. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Whoever messes up, hilarious.
Oh, break into groups. Yeah, we're not doing that. Angels we have heard on high. The game is loud. Only play if you live far away from other people or if you have incredibly kind neighbors. One player closes his or her eyes and another member screams on high. If the player correctly guesses the person who screamed, the screamer has to take a shot. Oh, dear.
We only have 2 players. I suspect I would know.
Oh, my gosh. All right. I just gotta scroll here. Little drummer boy. Oh. What? Okay, we'll come back to this later.
We'll return to this.
Oh. Joe's given us some fun games to consider.
You asked for it, you got it, folks. I hadn't really thought about the Christmas drinking games.
Oh.
But,
okay.
you know, you knew they were out there.
Wait, Sherry's saying Dublin is Dr. Pepper from the original plant. I think it's in Waco. The case isn't expensive, but the shipping is painful, I bet.
Yeah, because I think it's packaged in glass, so you're really going to start kicking that up.
Yeah, and Lisa's saying, I remember an old newspaper ad seeing Dr. Pepper and lemon heated up.
That was it. Dr. Pepper and lemon.
Yep.
We actually have Dr. Pepper Zero out there, which I think is a superior product to the diet product. It's just they use different sweeteners. They're non-sugar sweeteners. You still got that. But they get the flavor profile a little better.
Aw, Ken says, just one view of the lounge helps us through the midweek struggle.
We're so glad to give you just a little something. A little something on the hump day that might help things out.
Rush indigo. Oh, I love it. Pull up an Ovaltine cocktail. Yes! We made an Ovaltine cocktail.
We had an Ovaltine cocktail when we visited the Christmas Story House, and it was we passed it to our host, and he was like, "Wow, that's really good."
River City Handsome Low Straight Jackets. We've already listened to that. Yeah.
Low Straight Jackets. This is the note.
Christmas album. Yep.
There was the CD. There was the 10-inch LP that had Christmas songs, which was different. There were a couple of singles.
Oh, okay. So I guess
a number of songs with Nick Lowe, whom they have toured with, doing his Christmas show. Boy, would I like to see that. Because his Christmas album, Quality Street, from about 4 years ago, is fantastic. A lot of great original songs on there. And a couple of covers that really, really send great interpretations. And then finally, somebody over there at Straight Jackets Management said, let's put all this together on a record. And you can buy a 2 LP set that has everything. It's got the CD, the 10-inch, the singles, all this stuff.
Comments are going to go away. Yep. J.D. McPherson's Christmas album, Socks.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant. Like 12 original Christmas songs. Really great stuff.
Been listening to an interesting rendition of Little Drummer Boy by Love Spirals Downwards. Okay, gotta look for that.
I actually really like almost every version of Drummer Boy I hear. You know?
Ken says, angels were high. Did shepherds have CBD? Ken.
Well, you know.
They were angels. Angel dust. Duh.
Oh, jeez. There we go.
Is that like pixie dust?
It's a different sort of thing.
That's not the same. Okay.
Well, you know what shepherds do? They have to watch their flock by night. Long hours in the dark and the cold. And you're staring up at the sky, and what do you see? Strange things happening. I'm not surprised.
They're all saying for Christmas songs, the Johnny Cash parody of Ring of Fire called Trees on Fire is hilarious.
Oh,
I gotta look for that too.
Yeah, I'm not.
I gotta look for that too.
Not going to mention that there was a recent incident, but you know all about that.
Oh,
you watched that there recently.
When is Rumfest, Aaron? It depends on when it is. Hello again, Amy.
Interesting.
I keep
Joan Jett, Drummer Boy,
obsessively cleaning the bar.
The
Pontani sisters, yes, love them.
Oh yeah.
Joan Jett does a good Little Drummer Boy.
The Pupini sisters, who are a different trio, do a really great album that is very big band themed. And Joe on this broadcast was just talking recently about their version of "Step Into Christmas," the Elton John, and done very very up tempo, swingy, very very jump blues. Yeah, good stuff. Drummer Boy
okay, hold on. I gotta look this up.
Johnny Cash, the aforementioned, actually does an excellent version. Very solemn, different. He plays with the meter a little differently. So.
Oh, June 18th. We might. Is that Ohana? It kind of depends on Ohana.
It might conflict. I'm going to have to see what's what. Can't be two places at once. Asleep at the Wheel. Excellent. Really cool version of Little Drummer Boy. They involve a drummer and a contract drummer.
Oh, yes. James Brown's Christmas album. Yes, yes.
He had 2 and then a couple singles. The first one has him in the Santa Claus suit. Yeah! On the cover. There's some great stuff on there. And then there's one from 1970. And by now you can get a CD with all of those tracks. So, hey, you can James Brown out. He does really great covers. Actually, a very good Please Come Home for Christmas.
Oh, Aaron, I hope they will too.
Oh, please.
Yes.
Absolutely. No question. Well, you know, just you talk to folks, they always need vendors. The vendor tent this past season was really slick. I really didn't see any of it. You just walked in there, found a bunch of stuff and said, I bought this. And like, yeah, I would have done that.
Like, oh, look at what
one of those is hanging over there right now. And I was good. And we were running our tent too, and I probably didn't need to leave
Johnny
too much.
Cash, Drummer Boy.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yes.
That's right, and it's just got this like boom, boom, boom rhythm going on.
Aaron, what? What?
There's a little drummer Machine Boy, I think, is on the Gioia Mutato, Mark Mothersbaugh. They're
hey, watch a me.
Trying to think of like what other versions like really go well.
Watch a me.
There's, I think, the Bayou Brass. This is like a New Orleans band. I was just playing their CD recently. They do a Drummer Boy, which is great. Like anytime that you can just, Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings. That is just, that's killer because that sounds like the James Brown band. And they get the guy just going into those breakbeats. And it sounds just fantastic. Soul drummer on Drummer Boy. You know?
Okay, Eric's saying Love Spirals Downwards has this Cocteau Twins vibe to them. I would love that.
Drum and bass beat. Anybody who starts playing around with that, anybody who was coming to us from the West Coast might remember KROQ. It's fun to listen to. KROQ. Well, I think they are not playing their new wave format from the day anymore. So, wah, wah, wah. But back circa early 90s, they were releasing Christmas albums. And the 1992 Christmas Mess from Kevin and Bean has been played in this family for years. And they feature all of these guest people doing fun songs. Phil Collins, Little Drummer Boy, has to be heard.
Ken says,
so there we go.
James Brown took PCP to deal with his dental appointment. I can sympathize.
Jeez. It didn't do too much good.
I would love to show up to, because I love my dentist. I would love to show up completely high. That'd be hilarious.
Or,
Ohana was great, Abra. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it was, you know, it was low key, but it was fun. Everyone was in the spirit, so yeah.
People, you know, I think people were really primed for an event that they can enjoy with friends, and it was primarily outdoors, which is an interesting feat to pull off in New York State in the summer, but it worked. It worked. We had some rain, but you always have some rain.
Oh my gosh.
And all these little details worked very well, and people were very attentive, and everybody wore masks indoors, and everybody had been shot in the arm. That's what I'm talking about. It worked really well. The creativity with the crawls was off the hook, as always. There were 3 Colonel Sanders.
Amy was at a house concert for Thomas Walsh from Pugwash last weekend, and he led the audience in a spontaneous, wonderful Christmas time sing-along.
Oh, man.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, man. Hey, you know.
Yeah.
Contemporary classics.
AKA the boys do.
Yobs.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
There's the Mac Lads. You might be familiar with those drunken punk rockers from the UK. Do a Christmas song, which is pretty scatological. Look it up if you're into that
Abra loves Love Spirals Downward. So, okay, Eric's talking about Love Spirals Downward on YouTube and Abra on Facebook. Yes,
it's all coming together.
Okay.
By the way, folks, if you're watching on one of these platforms, some people are watching on the other. You can always watch on both if you have 2 devices.
Oh, yeah, the bell that couldn't jingle.
Comment wherever you want to go.
I love that one.
Oh, from the Rob Alpert. Yeah. Gold, gold, gold. Dum-dum-dum.
There was a Don Ho Christmas album. We actually have it on our wall right now.
It's on the wall over there. I would bring it over, but it's on the wall. Yeah, there is.
It's on the wall.
It's very low key.
It's framed.
It's not like a real, like, you know, no, kind of a Don Ho album. Like he had a lot of hits that sounded like that. So it's pretty sleepy, and it sounds a lot like the Dean Martin Christmas. But I think that Don is channeling a lot of Dean when he sings. So I'm not too surprised. Don and Dean, hey, they're on the same label. Interesting. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. You can probably access all of those songs for free via one of your download sources and decide if you want to go seeking out the LP or get the CD.
Via one of your download sources.
I don't need to name names. You know who they are. But you can listen to all of them.
Oh, Mojo Nixon. Yeah.
Mojo. And Mojo.
I love Mojo. Hi, Mojo.
Christmas. Yeah, there's your punk rock there.
Oh, why? I'm missing toe.
There's the Elvez.
Oh, the Pogues Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
Christmas in New York, I believe it is. And I think that's the Pogues with Christian McCall. Am I wrong? That's got to go back about 30 years by now. Oh, boy, Soylent Night. Soylent Night. Yeah.
Soylent Night.
Oh, yeah. You get it. If you can check the comments both places, and one of these might cop out on us. You know, it happens. I don't have any preferences. If it's not happening on YouTube, go to Facebook and vice versa. You know, we would be on more platforms if it made sense. And if you're watching on one of those big screen TVs, wow, we're really huge.
If you're watching on one of your big screen TVs.
So anyway, here's what you need to do, okay? You just need to pull it up on your tablet or your laptop so you can comment. You don't have to be watching on the laptop. You can watch on your TV. But you can't comment on the TV. They don't let you. So you got to be on another device. Hey, just hop on your phone and do the comments.
Yeah, you're make it hard.
Put it on 3 platforms.
Make it hard on a body.
Oh, I tell you. These things. What was I just thinking of, though? I was going to go grab a bottle to demonstrate something that I thought of. Oh, I know. It wasn't a bottle. Somebody was talking about Herb Alpert.
That's like a bottle.
Yeah, it's like a bottle.
Except it's a record.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it's a tape. I'm
it's
sorry.
A tape. Why, we were just playing that last week. Here we go. Yeah, I had to get this on tape once I found out I could get it.
Soylent Night will give me gas.
It's a favorite. Absolutely a favorite. It's pretty killer. You should be able to find this easily on record if you want. It's a vintage LP.
You got to tilt it down.
Absolutely find it on CD by now. You can stream it. If you want
to. Key and Peele. Key and Peele are hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Big fun. So yeah, definitely recommend the Herb Alpert.
Oh, River City Handsome says, this is so funking charming. It's like we're in your bar just talking about music and having a drink. Ah! I love the conversations going on among you all.
Please, converse amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. Are you pulling out some favorites?
I'll pull out a few favorites. What the heck?
All right.
I got a bunch of great stuff. Here's one that I would really love to find on LP, but you can only find the original and it's really tough. Roberta Ray at Bobby Cruz, 1965 Christmas album. This is called En Fiesta Navideña. This is a fantastic Latin Christmas record. The originals on this are way stupid money, so I had to get this CD, which is not that great. It was taken from a record, but I dealt with it. I said, whatever, you know. That's the kind of thing. Definitely recommend them. And then they made a Christmas album in 1972, which is just killer. That was one of my first things I picked up that was just a Latin Christmas record. And that band, wow. Well, who does not love the Bobs? This is just great. Couple of covers. Yeah. Really great version of Christmas in Jail. But the originals on this, Ullman versus the Anti-Claus. The great version of Santa's Got a Brand New Bag with Jonathan Katz doing the narration.
Oh, Kirsty McCall, R.A.P.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, a while ago, a really terrible accident, and I read about that, and I just go, wow, that's really crummy, you know. But she was well known in her day. A couple of substantial UK hits, and of course, in the States, people might remember a song called "They Don't Know," which was a big hit.
River City Handsome saying, what's everyone drinking this season?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I'm going to top up my mocktail before I go back to the hooch.
I'm very fond of 50 Kilowatt Tree and the
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And the title track, Too Many Santas, is just...
Oh, yeah, that's a good one,
killer.
too.
It really expresses a sentiment of the season. Sometimes there's too many Santas. Really got that guy going. From the 1990s, we have a killer within the dance genre, Rue. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, RuPaul, yeah.
You know what Rue's talking about. The great thing is that I got this secondhand, and it's one of those disc cases that has 2 discs in it. And somebody decided to actually package this with the single. So I got a bonus, because this is not on this original album.
Oh.
So there's RuPaul's
sweet.
Little Drummer Boy on the CD single. So that was fantastic.
Yes.
This has a lot of fun stuff. Definitely worthwhile. This is one of my favorite contemporary albums, Gloria.
Oh, yeah. Eric, the Linus and Lucy, Vince Guaraldi. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, George Winston. Yeah. Because Winston, a major influence on him.
Kirkland wine. I love it.
Bingo. The Gloria Gaynor's
Kirkland wine with a
Christmas presents.
nibble of salted dark chocolate.
Salted
I had to get that out. That sounds lovely.
That is
Wine and chocolate sounds great.
This is from 2007, I believe, and I found out about this CD when I was passing a little place called J&R Music World, which is Park Row, Manhattan. Not there anymore, sorry. And there was a CD signing, and who was signing CDs? Gloria Gaynor. And I just took one look inside and said, "It's a Christmas CD?" And she's signing? I said, "That's it." I got online.
I'll be late to work.
I'll be late to work. Bought the CD. She signed it.
Oh, okay.
Love Gloria. She was very charming person. And this album is just great.
Aaron is saying,
it's great.
Kid from Christmas Story with his peacekeeper versus Kid from Home Alone in a battle royal. Who would win?
Well, the kid with the firearm is not that adept at it. He basically shoots his eye out. So I'm thinking that Home Alone has to be very, innovative in what he's doing. I'm just kind of thinking Ralphie might go down. I need to see
Home Alone again. Someone was telling me the other day they adore Home Alone, and I was like,
Christmas movie.
I have not seen it since it came out. I saw it in the theater the year it came out, and I haven't seen it since. So maybe time to revisit.
Like Too Many Santas.
Oh, Too Many Santas! Yay!
Great little story, Guy gets a run-in with too many dang Santas.
Mike says, I found some interesting glass containers at Michael's. Have to go back to get them. Okay.
There we go. We were talking about that earlier with the sees you when you're drinking.
Right. Yep.
Again.
He sees you when you're drinking. Again.
Big fun.
Oh, Elizabeth just spent the weekend in
Chandler.
Oh.
Well, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Chandler.
You don't say. Tumbleweed Christmas tree.
Oh,
the Tumbleweed
I know
Christmas
the town
tree.
square. Oh, I've never been there on Christmas, but I do know that town square.
That sounds lovely. Oh God, Vince Guaraldi's green sleeves. It's a good little thing. AK, what child is this?
Elizabeth says, drinking a Mancini, an old-fashioned twist made with cinnamon syrup,
Meleti
Amaro, and orange bitters. That sounds lovely.
Where are you? Could you make me one?
That sounds
I'll be right over.
Lovely.
I would be glad to try that out. That sounds marvelous.
Christmas in jail, yes.
Christmas in jail. No, it's just killer. Great stuff.
Killing the speedboat, yes.
In Cancun. It was just like this pleasure trip there, doing some skin diving. We've done this. We were probably in similar areas, and like somebody was where shouldn't have been and managed to hit her. She pushed the kid out of the way. So it's just this terrible story. So one of those things. I don't mean to bring people down. This is just a reality situation.
Like, well, it's probably about time to sign off, but we can't end it like this.
Ventures, you got to listen to this. And guess what? They did a sequel. You need them both. Great stuff. Always worth it. And then pair that with the Straight Jackets, and away you go. By what you mean, the Los Straight Jackets. Mm-hmm.
The Los
Straight Jackets. But yeah, this one's from 2002.
Isn't that like the Straight Jackets?
No, the was a different band. So, but this has a lot of fun stuff. This is a classic killer.
Kevin from Home Alone versus Krampus. Yeah, I think that would be worth it.
I'd see what's going on with that. Krampus would run screaming. So just a few fun Christmas CDs. We've talked about albums. We don't often talk about CDs.
Hold on. Daniel's saying Home Alone is my top Christmas film, along with White Christmas. Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. All right. I love White Christmas. I gotta watch Home Alone again. I'm up for this.
I haven't seen it in a very long time. I remember somebody recommending it for me at the time that it was current. Never got to it then, but years later, finally did.
River City saying, the story of Vince Guaraldi's collaboration with Charles Schultz is fascinating and worth investigating. Okay.
I believe that's on the bonus bit.
Okay.
On the disc, because we actually got a deluxe set on that a while back. I used to get...
Yeah, the guys in striped clothes with black X's over their eyes, yes.
Oh, that's killer.
Think of Batman. I love it. Okay.
Years ago at work, I would frequently around this time of year get a gift card to the bookstores, which we have fewer these days. Which
Christmas on Big Island. Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. That disc is over there.
Yeah.
I just didn't drag it by. We just played that the other day. It's really great, easygoing record. It's a lot of fun. It's a great band. Cast Your Fate, Vince, big hit. Absolutely. Off of the album Black Orpheus. That whole album is absolutely worth your time of day. You know the Charlie Brown music? Check out Black Orpheus. Jazz impressions. But there's a lot of Guaraldi that's worth your time. He really had a very skilled band.
Sisters, sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. Yep.
There are those out there. I've heard for years about like White Christmas being a remake of Holiday Inn. Don't believe these people. That's stupid. It's a completely independent project that happens to feature the same big hit song.
Yeah, no, it's...
Don't be silly.
You got Bing Crosby. But,
you got Bing, but that's it. The whole thing's completely different. And of course, you've just gone from, a 40s picture to this big color VistaVision spectacle. It's a different beast. But definitely. And hey, it's got some more Irving Berlin songs in it. Snow, 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 snow,
Chandler,
snow.
Okay.
Big fun.
Wait, Elizabeth's saying Chandler was great. Watch Goonies with Sean Astin. Oh my gosh, okay. I love it. Ricky Gervais claims that A Muppet Christmas Carol is the greatest film ever made.
Failed follow-up. Muppet Shiddlers. Oh, no. Well, there are devotees to
Eric,
things.
that's great.
Absolutely.
So the Christmas
like
gift to myself. I love it.
There's some really good songs on the score to the Muppet Christmas Carol. But definitely. Well, hello. No, that's a great thing.
I love it.
Take care of yourself.
Gifts to yourself are very important.
Gift yourself? Yes.
Miracle on 34th Street versus A Wonderful Life. I love them both.
I can't really put those head to head and say I'm going to prefer one. I'm going to say
Donovan's Reef.
as a double.
I need to see
header.
Donovan's Reef. I hear good things, so I need to see that.
Haven't seen that. Oh, geez, ages. College years.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Long time.
Okay. You have one choice. Has to be a Mele Kaliki room. There was a long time ago.
Yes, it
at
was.
Ohana. Yeah.
And I believe you actually had Ninth Wave playing Christmas songs, which they have a
White
tendency.
Christmas.
They have a tendency to whip out these tunes at Ohana.
Oh, Bell Book and Candle.
Oh, yeah.
Love Bell Book and Candle.
Definitely. And isn't that the Christmas themed? There's it takes place around that time.
Yep.
So.
Hi, Fabs.
That's actually, that's a really good Kim Novak performance. And I know that there are people there who really slag her off. She held her own. She's, you're not going to get any Lady Macbeth out of her, but in that role... she did very well, I think. And it's got this coolness because, of course, you got Ernie Kovacs and a bunch of beatniks. Well, that's fun. So, great score, too. We have it over there. And it's great to just pop down and listen. That main title is pretty cool. And it's a little spooky. And, hey, a lot of black magic going on.
The happiest Christmas with Bing Crosby tap dance with Danny effing K. We gotta. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello.
We gotta do a Christmas vacation episode soon.
Bing, bing, bing. Speaking of Bing, absolutely.
Bing.
It's playing in theaters. Christmas Vacation.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Well, Jack Lemmon is just one of those guys that you see in pictures, and it's like you could watch virtually anything. It's all sorts of fun. We're just talking recently with The Odd Couple. Boy, that's professional.
Do you think they should remake It's a Wonderful Life with a bad set of characters? No. No.
Well, feel free to do your version up on your YouTube channel. Big fun could happen. People would watch it.
Hilarious.
Get a lot of hits.
No.
So we've actually had some great drinks tonight.
It happened on Fifth Avenue. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great one. And unsung. Yep. So, yes.
Definitely. Fifth Avenue is well worth your time for a holiday movie. We discovered that a few years back.
Yeah, if you don't know, it happened on Fifth Avenue. That's a great one.
It's got a great theme. It's got really good characters. And the main guy is a lot of fun to watch. But the whole sequence and the way that works out. And it's got a couple of original Christmas tunes from the period, late 40s. So I had a lot of great things tonight. A couple of classics, a couple of little variations. I varied up what I was doing here.
Is it Santa fun. Or a UFO?
Who was I talking recently that I saw a reference to? He was watching.
I hate long goodbyes too. We should just log off.
It was a site where somebody was actually talking about looking up in the sky and seeing a lineup of white dots approaching over the horizon and moving along. And it was like, okay, here come the saucers. But actually, it was a satellite launch.
Aaron's asking, what was your best holiday party memory? Okay, I can answer this. A few years, probably, it was before the pandemic, maybe 5 years ago. The power went out in the middle of our Christmas party.
Yeah, agreed.
So we'd all had a few.
Oh, yeah.
So some friends and I decided to go out in the street and start singing Christmas
Just
carols.
So we went out and did it and serenaded the neighbors.
We were all plastered and the street was completely dark because all the lights were out. But
I think people appreciated it.
It was fun.
It was fantastic. I remember the other half of that was the power goes out, can't see anything. I happened to have a flashlight, grabbed it, put it up there. Got 2 more of them, and then said, well, the music's gone. And it said,
battery-powered record player.
I said, no, wait a minute. So I traded up the battery-powered record player, said, I need about 6 D cells, found them, plugged it in, kept the music going. And it was then that I realized I really need a better battery-operated sound system because this sounds terrible. But the music kept going, damn it. We moved on. It worked just fine. It's good to have a portable with some batteries. Emergencies, folks, emergencies. Keep a gallon of water.
Santa Claus conquers the Martians.
Oh,
yes.
Geez. Now we're really talking the classics.
River City says it's exactly like just hanging out at your friend's bar. Every time you go to leave, another damn conversation starts. Santa Claus conquers the Martians. I was just thinking about that today, actually.
Is it time to spin it right now? Might be.
Oh, it might be.
Drop-o, you're the laziest man on Mars.
Hello, Christian.
Skylink, thank you. That's exactly right.
Yes, young Alan Hale Jr. Yes.
Yeah. And I didn't... Several people reported seeing this thing, and it sure looks a little stunning to see this formation of lights passing overhead. What? But they move very slowly and very measured because it's just satellites. I have actually managed to be just standing here.
River said he
quotes
quotes that all the time. Drop-o, you're the laziest man on Mars.
I like the actor who's giving that line. I've seen satellites go by, and you can go to a site and see where the International Space Station.
Merry Christmas! Hello.
Is passing.
Hello, Splat.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Hey, so good to see you. There's a site where you can figure out when the International Space Station is passing overhead and when you can view it. Usually pretty early in the morning, but you can see it.
I know. I'm not getting up.
That's fun. Far out space.
I got up early this morning.
It
was brutal.
As early.
It's brutal.
And did exactly what you were doing. And I should probably, log off now before I just drop. So.
It was brutal.
Before I drop off.
This house is so cold in the mornings. It's winter, you guys. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
So cold. All right. We got to wrap this up. I'm so tired.
It's probably just time to make a hot toddy and hit it.
Oh, Aaron says Santa from Lee Majors in the opening. Wait, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
Haven't seen Scrooged. We own the soundtrack album.
All right.
Which has like a couple of classics, but maybe it's time to see Scrooged.
Homework.
Bill Murray, Karen Allen, I believe. Yep.
All right. We gotta.
Got to check these things out. And thank you for the suggestions.
Thank you, everyone.
Might not have seen. Mm-hmm. Well, I had a grog. Santa's grog number 2. This was well worth
Santa's grog number 2.
Yeah, well worth the consideration. Absolutely. You just had,
well worth the consideration.
You had at the end.
This
of
is
the
a mocktail.
Mocktails.
I had a mocktail.
Which is very good. And you had something that started out as a Mai Tai variation, but you went and it did something else.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a Mai Tai.
What a Mai Tai.
In my brain, before we started, it was a Mai Tai, and then
other things happened. Maybe we'll work that angle next week. We'll see what's what. We have a few more things to whip on you. Within the season, we're still going, folks.
We got to hit some Christmas movies.
But definitely.
All right.
All right. As always, it's been fantastic to see you all
for joining
here.
us. We love seeing you all. It just makes our week.
It's been good conversation. A lot of great talk about music and movies because, hey, that's what this is all about.
Sleep tight to you guys. Oh.
Yep.
Good night, everyone. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll be here next Wednesday. Next Wednesday today. It's so sad. I hate long goodbyes too.
Oh, yeah. But you know what?
All right.
It's time to hit it. So thanks so much for joining us here on another fine broadcast. But, before you know it,